Hello, everybody. How's it going? How do? How do? How do? How do? I'll pop this chat out so I can see y'all. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Let me go over here. How are you guys doing? Yes. Hello, everyone. Let me just greet everyone that's here. Hey, Rhythm. Hey, Mel. Hey, Marilyn. And Cericia. And all the rest of you that are in the chat that haven't said hello yet. I know I've been MIA. I'm going to do a little housekeeping before we get started. We're just going to let this go. Let the notifications go out. I am so incredibly behind on all of my natal charts, but I have tonight. I wanted to come see you guys for a little bit, loosen up. Hey, Regan, how are you? I wanted to loosen up a little bit. I'm going to get some done tonight, get some done tomorrow in the morning. Tomorrow night, we're going to do everything we can to catch up, okay? As most of you, as some of you may know, some of you may not, I recently gained full custody of my granddaughter. And, because there's just some family issues going on, and Gemini the cat is here to say hello. And so having a 6-year-old again, all of a sudden, quite suddenly, um, it kind of sent my little world into a tailspin. But we're getting back on track, and things are we're getting into a normal, and I'm going to have some more family moving in and all kinds of stuff happening. Okay. We're going to be building, I'm going to have a new studio. So I'm catching up, and so I apologize. But to everybody that has already ordered, you're going to get a special gift from me. Okay. So just so you know. Can you guys see me? That would be incredibly weird if you couldn't see me. Jem, stop. Let me just check. Okay. All right. Well, as long as most people can see and hear me, otherwise that would be so weird. Okay. Hey, Mystical. How are you, honey? Hey, Molly. Oh, whoa. That was weird. Okay. Yeah, I love you too. All right. Okay, good. We can see, we can hear. Okay. So yeah, those of you that ordered natal charts, I think I'm even going to take it down for right now. That have been waiting for a while, you're going to get a special gift from me as well. Okay. So we're here tonight to talk about the full moon coming up in Pisces. It's in the next few days. We're now kind of in an off cycle where the new moon and the full moon are not going to be in actual opposing signs. Okay? Because we had 2 new moons out. We had 2 new moons in Cancer, and that threw the cycle off. Or 2 full moons in Cancer. Because the new moon was in Leo. 2 full moons in Cancer, and that threw the cycle off. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Mystical. So, before, up until this point into the year, it had been direct opposite, right? We had a new moon, and then we knew the full moon, we were going to have the opposing sign. So the opposing energy was going to be what we were releasing at the full moon. Now it's off because the new moon was in Leo, and the full moon is on, depending upon where you are in the world, like here in the central time zone. Here in the central time zone, it's going to occur on September the 2nd at 12:21. So depending upon where you are, like Eastern time zone, it's going to be 11:21 p.m. When you go back, the height of it, when you go back, if you go further to like across the pond, you're looking then at what, another 5 hours back. So the height of it's going to be like at 6 p.m. on the first. But from the central time zone across, it's happening on the second. So depending upon where you're at in, right? Is that right? No, it's the opposite direction. Western, it's going to be a 10:20 p.m. Western on the first, and then 1 a.m. So 12:21 a.m. the second here, Eastern time zone, 1:21 a.m. and then further in the a.m. as you go across the pond. I totally flip flop that. Um, but the reason why I want to like stress the fact that now we're not in the same. Okay, we know this is what we are intentions we're setting at the beginning of this lunar cycle, and it was easier to kind of figure out what we were going to be releasing for that lunar cycle. Now it's a little off. Now it's not the oppositional sign, it's kind of going forward. It's going to the full moon. What we're releasing is going into the next sign over. That just means as we are dealing with these lunar cycles, we really have to pay very close attention to where they occur. And really, you can't just kind of dial it in. So we started off with dealings with things with the heart, with Leo. Um, loyalty and family and creativity and all of those, the things that we love, right? The things and the people that we love. And then typically we'd be in Aquarius and it'd be like, okay, let's come up with new, innovative, spiritual, structural kind of things for the things that we love. But we're in Pisces, and that means a lot. That means that we are going to be looking deeper into some karmic issues. We're going to be looking deeper, like karmically, spiritually karmically as well, who we've been tied to, and really kind of looking at our intentions and at our desires and having to take a really good hard look at how have we really been activating them? What energy have we been putting towards them? Hey, Cherise, what energy have we been putting towards them? Are we putting the highest vibrational energy there? Or, do we have people around us that we've just kind of held on to for nostalgia's sake, or energies we've been holding on to for nostalgia's sake that really aren't going to do us any good? Now, that being said, I want to get over into the chart. So let me pull this up. As a lot of you probably know, right? The new moon is when the moon and the sun are conjunct. The full moon is when the moon and the sun are in opposition. So we get a full reflection. Me being a Cancer, the moon is my gig, right? I'm a moon child. So we get a full reflection of our feelings, our emotions, our energies, right? The energy we're putting in, the energy that we are getting out, the energy that the investment, and how we're utilizing it and how we're putting it into motion. So let's take a peek. And if you guys haven't been here with me before, most of you probably know that I bring this chart up and we draw on the chart. Okay, so I'm actually going to put a lot of this in red because there's a lot going on. I titled this Love and Control because that's a very broad statement to make. Is love in control and the pure love, or someone controlling your love? Are you in control of your love and light energy? Or is someone else controlling your love and your light energy? Hey, Jennifer. And Molly, I said I'm a moon child because I am a Cancer. Um, and we've got to analyze really who's really in control of our energies. And probably in a little bit here, we might dive into like by sign a little bit too, depends upon how I'm feeling. But here we have the moon in Pisces. This is later on the second. Let me make this smaller. Undo. So we've got the moon in Pisces here. We've got the sun in Virgo in opposition. Sun in Virgo, your health, your kind of, I look at Virgo as like that last mutable earth energy that represents our earthly plans as well. What are you birthing, right? Virgo, the virgin, what are you birthing? What's happening? And how are you really caring for yourself? And what plans are you making, right? That are going to bring you abundance. This moon is called the full corn moon. There's always a name. There's always Native American names for everything, for every moon. And this moon is called the full corn moon. So I'm going to ask you in September, those of you that live in farm country, you know that September is like the time we get the bumper crop. Hey, Christine. The bumper crop of corn, right? This is the harvest time for corn. Wheat, somewhat, a little bit later on. Thanks, sweetheart. All of those kind of great things. So I'm going to ask you to think about, when we think about what corn is a staple grain. Corn is something that, it's the basis for a lot of the things that we eat, right? We'll make cornmeal out of it. It's the basis for cereals. A lot of times it's the basis for all of these different things. It's kind of a staple. You can take the corn off the cob, blanch it, put it in freezer bags, freeze it, and you can, have it for the rest of the year. Good fresh corn. Corn's also a starch. So corn is kind of like filling, and corn has sustenance to it, and corn is satisfying. And each kernel technically can then become another ear of corn. So you can get multiple crops off of one ear of corn. I'm going to ask you to examine your field during this full moon time. This time leading up to, hey Sassy, this time leading up to the full corn moon, I'm going to ask you to examine your field. And I'm going to ask you to, those of you that have any farming background at all, you will know that, you can go out there, and once the tassels on that corn are really white, you go out there and you detassel the corn, and you can kind of peel it open a little bit. Or when you go to the store, you peel open that husk to see how good and juicy those kernels are. You can tell if it was a good crop. So I'm going to ask you to go out and see the seeds that you have planted earlier this year. They're coming into the harvest season right now. And I'm going to ask you to look at your ears of corn, because every ear of corn, remember, represents a whole lot more corn that can come from just one ear. A whole lot more can come from just one ear. So what you've been doing is you've been planting seeds, right? Hey, Jeanette, you've been planting seeds all this time, And now not only do you have a certain harvest, some of which you can eat, some of which you can store for later, but some of which are the seeds you're going to potentially plant again in the next planting season. So I need you to look at, do you have some good seed moving forward? Because if you got little itty bitty kernels on that cob, then perhaps you've not been giving it enough water. Usually that means you've not been giving it enough water. When we have a drought season, the corn is not as full, it's not as juicy, it's not as succulent, it's not as sweet, it's not as tasty. You don't necessarily want to eat it as much as when we've had some good rain. So if those kernels are not plump out there, if you're feeling like you've been in a drought, then you are in a drought. Then I'm going to need you to go on and get some more water, aka the spirit. Get more spirit. Spend more time in meditation. Spend more time in study. Spend more time purposefully going after the things of love and light and the spiritual and esoteric and metaphysical, and less time being so overly concerned about the ground and the earth. Typically, I'm always telling people I need y'all to ground. This time I'm telling you all, okay, you're gonna have to water your crop, and I need you to look at it right now and see what's going on with your crop. Now I'm going to tell you there's some other reasons why, and I'm kind of seeing in the chat, there's some reasons why we're old-ish is coming up. Old-ish is coming up. Now we've got this Virgo is the planner, the planter, the birther, this is right. That's what Virgo is. But it could the moon in Pisces. Pisces is the karmic house. Pisces is the secretive house. Pisces is the high priestess house. Pisces is the moon house. Pisces illuminates your secrets, those secret desires. And Pisces is dreamland. It is, even though Cancerians, we are the psychics of the zodiac. Pisceans with their flowing and deep water, they're really kind of like they're a holder of deep life. The life that exists under the surface, the life that exists under the sea. The life that when you look into water, light bends. So things don't always look precisely as they should. You look on top of the water, you get a reflection if it's shallow enough. If you're looking deep in the water, a beam of light, those photons, they bend, they move, they dance. It's illusionary. So we have to look at what has been illusionary in our feelings, disillusionary, that we can't believe, and what in our emotional state, what in our spiritual state, we need to find our spiritual truths. And there's stuff that's coming up that we did not take care of. So if you feel like it's like you're on this weird merry-go-round in this hamster wheel, baby, you are. Because there are some things we were supposed to take care of and cut loose earlier in the year, and we didn't cut them loose. Or we didn't realize we needed to deal with them, and they've been lingering for a long time, and now we're needing to deal with them. Okay? Just follow along. I'm not trying to lose anybody. I'm not trying to lose anybody. The planets that we have in retrograde right now are Neptune in Pisces. We have Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in retrograde in Capricorn. Mars is not at the present moment retro, but, and Uranus in retrograde. All the outer planets, my dears, are in retrograde. Love you too, Jeanette. All the outer planets are in retrograde. That's generational, humankind, worldwide. Everybody's feeling this ish. We are all in this one together on the real. All of us are in this one together. Hello? All. We have illusions with Neptune in retrograde being revealed to us. Neptune in retrograde is in direct opposition, direct on the full moon to Mercury in Virgo as well. All of the plans that you have been thus far wanting to execute, all of the communications of those plans, the communications to yourself, higher self, the world itself, you are now going to have to rethink and restructure a lot of those plans. You're going to have to be nimble with your personal desires, with your personal purpose, with executing your purpose. You are going to have to be nimble. You may have to turn left and you didn't think you were going to have to. There are some things that are going to happen and have been happening in your life that you're like, I don't get why this is happening, but all will be revealed and it'll all work out at the end of this, but you gotta hold on. You're gonna have to really be nimble on how you're thinking and be willing to change those plans that you thought you had set in stone already. Because the world is rapidly changing. It's not changing like instantaneously. I mean, it's not changing like slowly. Right now, we are in a rapid change. We're in a rapid upheaval. We're in a rapid ascension and descension cycle all at the same time. We're in a rapid separation of light and dark. The duality, as far as what exists on the earth, is rapidly widening. But at the same time, you have to rapidly integrate your own duality to become a whole person. I'm going to just take a break to deal with those of you that were supposed to do the cord cutting session that didn't make it. I'll be refunding. Even in my own life, and let me tell you why. Even in my own life, I've had to rapidly change a lot. And I'm still in the mode of rapid changing my home so that I can bring family into my home on a semi-permanent basis. But at the same time, there's some other things that have opened up that are going to allow me, that are going to allow me to do what we're doing better, what I'm doing better. But I had to like quickly change my plans. And you're going to have to quickly assess your personal situations. You're going to have to quickly assess your personal situations. You're going to have to decide to let some ish go finally and stop sitting in your crap. Some of you. You're going to have to stop. You're going to have to decide these relationships are toxic for me and I'm not going to be in them. You're going to have to decide that maybe you've outgrown some relationships. You're going to have to decide that I have outgrown my old way of thinking and I need to expand it because what I thought was real is not. Hey, Miss Carla. Hey, Fatima. I know. Kitty wants to be up here, but I can't. But it's not. There's a lot of things we have been taught. There's a lot of things we have been programmed to believe. There's a lot of things that we've been shown globally, religiously, governmentally, right? Earning a living, all these things. There's a lot that we've been shown and we've been told and we're still being told that simply is not true. It's simply not real. And if you're still holding on to your personal, I'm going to stick this out even though this relationship is utter freaking trash, if you are going to stick it out, I can't help you. If you're not going to make the decision to do your work so you can release yourself from all of these ties that are binding you and binding you up, you know, the thumbnail I put up is a heart with a chain and a cinder block. A heart with a chain and weighed down by a cinder block. If you're not going to do what you need to do to loose yourself from your chains that bind you, I can't help you. There's not an energy healer or a tarot reader or a psychic or a medium or a pastor or an apostle or anybody that's going to be able to help you. A priest, a rabbi, and a mom, no one can help you. This is a decision you have to make for yourself, how you are going to show up and interact with the energies of this world. What are you going to believe? Are you going to simply believe what you see, Sun in Virgo, and depend upon the third dimensional being and body, Sun in Virgo, and make the plans based on what you see and what you know, third dimensionally, Sun in Virgo? Or are you going to go kind of to dreamland in another dimension, Moon in Pisces, and get the real deal that's underneath? Really, it is above. Are you going to tap into that? Or are you going to sit here in Sun in Virgo? Are you going to still sit here and this time next year still be asking me, how do I get out of my relationship? Hey, Sagittarius. Are you still going to be asking me or asking somebody else, how do I do my work? Why do I keep replaying this? Why do I keep self-sabotaging? Why? This is a tough message tonight. Hey, Stacy. Now, if you've done your work, there's still some challenges that are happening here. So, we talked about the fact that Neptune is opposing Mercury, the moon is opposing the sun. What we have not spoken about quite yet, let me deal with Uranus. Uranus is sextiling both the moon and sextiling the sun, trining the sun, at the same time. Uranus is in retrograde in Taurus. This is still the energy of our daily routines, how we earn our living, what technology we use every day, what technology people are trying to force us to use, what technology, are we going to believe what's on the tube, right? I don't mean YouTube, well, that too. Are we going to believe what's being presented to us in a technological fashion? Secrets are being revealed about what's happening on a technological fashion. Some of you may or may not know, there is discussion that world leaders perhaps they're using like, what are those, like 3D whatever, like holograms and body doubles for various world leaders all around the world that may or may not really be all here. Y'all, you cannot believe your natural eyes fully. You can't believe it. You've got to question it. And that means everything in your world, just about everything, probably needs just a look at it again, relook at it, review. So the technology that we use is still going to change. 5G, the microchips and the vaccines. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you. Yes, exactly. And I'm scheduling some in-depth discussions about that on my website for September, now that I'm going to have some help with my 6-year-old granddaughter. These are things, right? This is a thing. You can't even believe most of the news reports. You got to go back and look and see what's going on Twitter and what other videos people that were there are posting about certain events that you're being told about. Now, sit with that one for a minute. Technology. We need to be thinking about how we are utilizing technology, and we need to be thinking about our relationship with said technology and really taking a hard look at what's being shown to us, because remember, we have Neptune in retrograde here as well. Hello, somebody. We have Neptune in retrograde as well. That means the curtain is being pulled back. We are still in an apocalyptic era in humanity. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you we're going to be out of the apocalypse tomorrow, because that would be a bold-faced lie. Okay? It's not going to get light again for a minute. We got to go through the dark night of the soul for humanity. And that's literally what I believe that we're going through right now. I did not intend to talk about all of this tonight, but here we are. Exactly. Do not be afraid to walk into the unknown. Hey, Shelley, to find out who you really are. To open that up. Now, Uranus in retrograde trining the sun. So basically Uranus is saying, I need you to change your plans. This is another plan change, and I need you to change it on a dime. I need you to rethink how you're integrating all of these changes in your daily activity, because the normal is not going to be normal anymore. Now we're fighting for it to be a new normal that is elevated, but it's still not going to be the same. Now, that though is also, I don't know why they didn't put this in here. Uranus in retrograde, oh, because it's not technically trining the three big boys out here all in retrograde, boys and girls, wreaking havoc over there in Capricorn. But that energy is there, in agreement. So you have all your structures in retrograde. You have the power struggle of Pluto and the underworld in retrograde, and you've got the great big ideas and expansion, right? The ruler of all, Jupiter, Zeus, the big boy. I can do all things, right? What's the verse in the Bible? I can do all things through Christ that strengtheneth me. Really? Because now Jupiter is saying, I'm doing a moonwalk. I'm going to go back and let you review and see how much you can honestly do for yourself. And stop looking to the outside for a strengthening. Hey, Butterfly Tarot, how you doing, baby? All the while, Uranus is saying, we have some rapid changes. I'm giving you a bit of a reprieve. I'm trying to give you a preview. I've given you a preview of what's to come. What are you going to do with this information? Now, to top all of this off, the other reason why I call this love in control. Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer in opposition directly to Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in Capricorn. Boy, and let me tell you, it is in direct opposition to Saturn, a little looser to Pluto, and a little looser yet to Capricorn. What does that tell me? This is where we started at the beginning. Are you in control of that which you love, that which is your passion, that which you find beautiful, that which you really, really want in your heart of hearts, in your Cancerian self, in your very being, your foundation of who you are? Are you solid in it, or are you going to let others control you? Are you solid in who you are? Or are you going to continue to let others control how you think, what you find beautiful, how you execute your personal plan, how you live your foundational, beautiful self? Who's in control? Now, if you're in control of it because you've been doing your work, then guess what? What this is showing you, it's giving you an opportunity to get rid of the rest of the garbage. It's giving you an opportunity to finish weeding your cornfield. This is your last pass to get rid of the weeds that's choking the life out your corn. Because don't forget, your corn possesses the seeds for your future. What we're harvesting right now possesses the seeds for your future. Oh my God. My daughter just texted me, you guys, the gentleman that played the lead role in Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, died at the age of 43 today from colon cancer. Now, the seeds, are you creating good solid seed for your future? And are you creating sustenance for your current situation? So is your current crop going to be able to feed you during the long winter? And is your future crop going to continue to feed you? Are you in control of it? Are you getting rid of the weeds? My wife has been putting me in situations to see if I can control. Yep. Are you doing that? And if you are, great, because you know what? Right now, this full moon is all about you then really busting out. Really busting out and taking control over your world. The big boys have gone in retrograde to give us a little bit extra time. This apocalyptic era I was speaking of, the word apocalypse comes from the Greek word apocalypsis, which means removal, tearing, peeling back of the veil. Hello, darling. Hello, Misty. The veil is being pulled back. We must decide, are we going to step in through the veil and into the true power of who we are and take true control in the heavens, in the upper dimensions, from our higher self of our earthly existence, or are we going to allow this power struggle to come in and take us over? Because all of this right here, guys, is nothing but a huge struggle. Worldwide, this is a huge struggle for power. It's a struggle for some people to be heard. It's a struggle that we have people and infiltrators and folks that are taking over what was meant to be good. We have people, because Neptune is in retrograde and we got this moon. If you don't think that, you think that people are going crazy right about now, y'all get ready for by September the 2nd. We're going to have some more stuff. It's like people just have, they're programmed to do, everybody's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You're exactly right, they are. Those are the lost ones that have been programmed to think and feel a certain way. And it is difficult to get them out of that programming. And they're not even religious. They've just been programmed by the television. They've been programmed by music. They've been programmed by what they see, like on certain, like YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. They've been programmed by Facebook. They've been programmed. You have an opportunity to not be programmed. You have an opportunity to walk past that. You have an opportunity to get people, and I'm going to bring it down personal, to get people out of your life that are not feeding you, that are not bolstering you, that are not supporting you, that you are not growing with. Let me tell you this. Whatever it is that you so desire, okay? Whatever it is, surround yourself with people that want the same thing or have already succeeded at doing what you wish to do, what your purpose is. Because if you continue to squawk around with the turkeys, you're never going to soar like an eagle. You have got to weed your garden. And there are going to be people that have popped up and you thought, well, yeah, they were harmless. Or, I thought I dealt with that. And now here it is right in front of your face, like, oh, I should have killed that weed. I thought it was a flower. And it turned out to be a nasty little weed that all of a sudden has sprouted up. Right? And it's causing you problems. Hey, Perla. You have to surround yourself with like-minded people, like-minded energy, and people that are going somewhere. You are not going to manifest your purpose. This is really going way further than I anticipated. You are not going to manifest your purpose. Love with a capital L, as in love and light. The energy of love, the energy of creation will not be in control in your life if you are surrounding yourself with people that are continually tearing you down and have utter disbelief in everything. They don't want anything better. They don't think they can get any better. They just don't think that about that. It's not going to work. You cannot do that. Successful people surround themselves with successful people. You want a good relationship? You want a solid love interpersonal relationship? then you need to surround yourself with people that are either in relationships that are successful and loving. Well, you need to do that. But you also need to love yourself and surround yourself with people that love you, truly love you, as a friend, as family. If you want financial success, you surround yourself with people that are financially successful. If you want to own a business, you're an entrepreneur, find people in that field and surround yourself with those people that are successful at what they are doing. Stop hanging around people that have nothing and want nothing. This is about releasing and rethinking routine, releasing the routine, releasing the structure. We have been bound up for too long. It's time to break out and break free. Y'all, I've been out here preaching for almost a daggone hour. And let me, just for kicks and grins, talk about my good friend Mars. Now, Mars had been squaring Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. Mars is going to be in opposition to Mercury in Aries, right? No. What is it telling me? Oh, Mars is just hanging out. I'm sorry, that's Uranus in trining. Mars is just hanging out in Aries. Because Mars has created enough of a goddamn ruckus before he goes retrograde. Now, he going to go retrograde a little bit after all of this mess. However, because he's going to be in Aries till what, the end of the year? So Mars is just hanging in the cut and chilling for right now. Mars is just chilling. So basically, you have the opportunity to self-motivate. You're not going to have the Mars energy to push you. No. You're going to have to self-motivate. Whoo, y'all. That's what I've got for this full moon. What a full moon this is going to be. What a full moon this is going to be. You can borrow kicks and grins. That's cool. This is powerful. And it's very important. Dare I say critical. That we take this opportunity to examine the energies, be they from people or be they from ideas, limiting beliefs, what have you. Really take a stock and see what we should keep and what we should discard. And equally as much, have the courage to really step out into who we are without apology. Really step out into it. And break free from the control that has been trying to be exercised over us, and set our own boundaries, set our own status up, set our own foundation up on a higher and deeper plane. That's what we need to be doing. So look at your harvest, examine it, And if there's some of it that you need to chuck out of here, then get it out of here and save the rest. Weed your garden, right? But I want you to come out of this full moon in Pisces as we get ready for the new moon in Virgo, ready to birth the movement within yourself and manifest everything, right? Now remember, we might have to change a couple of plans. It's all not going to manifest exactly the way we thought it would, but it's still going to manifest. All right, Stacey, it's your birthday. Oh, the full moon is your birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Stacey. Oh, thanks, guys, for being here. Oh, man, this was really good. I needed this as much as you guys needed it. I got a new tarot deck here. It's called Gateway to the Divine. I think I'll be using those for the September reads. Gateway to the Divine Tarot. So we'll get on here soon and do some readings again. I will be kind to myself, thank you. Let me see if there's anything that Spirit has. Do we have anything for the collective while we're here? Let me put this look up. And Kitty's right here, but hopefully I got the Fool. Brand new, right? And the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Be ready to have new ideas and take new adventures and live life fully. Let your passion, let your love be in control, and let your passion be in control of your person. And execute, execute, execute. Okay? Now, I always want you to know, or I want you to know right now. Marilyn, what's wrong? Oh, Marilyn, forgive yourself, girl. That's a bad one to forgive. But I hear you. I'm putting together the promotional drop or commercial, but I want you guys that are here right now to keep October 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Save that date, those dates, October 23rd in the evening, 24th and 25th. Those are going to be the dates from my virtual retreat. We are going to be doing, I've got notes. We're going to be doing Reiki 1 or Reiki 2 attunements. So if you're already Reiki 1 attuned, we're going to audit that and then do Reiki 2 attunement as well. We're going to be teaching on becoming a spiritual healer and not just the cursory parts of it. Like really digging down deep and really not only just assessing, but, you know, what do we use to help someone heal? So as you're becoming this energy healer, this is for light workers, right? This is like a light worker retreat. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. We're going to be talking about crystal frequencies and uses and also crystal grids. We're going to be talking about spiritual warfare. This is all what I'm teaching during this weekend. Spiritual warfare, meaning casting out spirits, generational curses, loosing, you know, spirits, strongholds over, you know, areas, towns, cities, households, that kind of thing. We're going to be talking about basics of business, okay, so that your purpose can provide for your person. We're going to also be activating our psychic and spiritual gifts. Now, the attunements themselves would typically be $147. Spiritual healer course is going to be up full price for $97 after this is over. Crystal frequencies and uses, $47. Spiritual warfare, $197. Spiritual business, 101, $147, and activating your psychic and spiritual gifts, $97. Plus, I'm getting to put in the other swag boxes. You guys are going to get a singing bowl, some crystals, some tea, like a special mug that'll be for sale later, but it'll be a special mug for you guys. Incense, sage, all of this, the workbooks, the whole 9 yards. Friday night is going to be like meet, greet. We're going to read. We're going to like we're going to do some mediumship. It's going to be deep. So that's Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. The whole virtual retreat plus the swag box is going to be $497. I'm going to be taking deposits, and then you can pay on it. So October 23rd through the 25th, you guys are the first people that are hearing about it. Yeah, you could drink coffee out of it. I got some cool mugs I'm ordering. So basically all of this here, just the teaching alone is like over, just the classes alone, that's over $1,000 in just those courses. And you guys are going to get that plus everything else for $497. And it'll be a small deposit you have to make, and then you can finish paying it off by, like, I don't know, week before, second week of October. So it's virtual. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. That way I didn't have to worry about people traveling and COVID. And that's going to be very special. I will tell you what we're probably going to do Friday night. We are probably going to do some intercession for this nation and for this world, because it's right before the elections here. And I will tell you, we are going to engage in some spiritual warfare, and we're going to open up love and light in an outpouring. So that's going to be a big part of what we're doing there too. The deposit's going to be $50. The deposit will be $50. If you are a member on my website, the mentoring, my coaching clients, you get discounts. You're going to get a discount on this thing. And you'll have first crack at putting your deposits down, and then I'll open it to the free members, then I'll open it to everyone. So, we're finishing up the promo pieces this weekend. So $50 is going to be the deposit. And again, if you're one of my coaching clients, monthly coaching clients, you're going to get a discount on this as well. All right, so keep those dates in mind. All right, let me get on out of here, y'all, because I'm going to need some rest. I got a birthday party tomorrow, too. We got a lot going on around here. A lot. Hey, King Payne, how you doing, darling? How you doing? The king is in the house. The king is in the house. So hopefully I'll get with y'all if I get enough of my work done, and we'll do some readings tomorrow. It's been a minute. Any questions on the full moon before I get on out of here, you guys? This was a powerful night. This was a powerful night. There's a lot of growth available to you all, and there's a lot of, I'm telling you, if you've been feeling like I've been feeling, and it's all of a sudden all these people, it's like return of the ex, right? Like all these ex-friends, ex-lovers, ex-this, ex-that, all of a sudden coming up, and you're like, where the hell you come from? It's because we had to get them out of our life. I'm great, King Payne. It's the first night I've had off from my granddaughter being here in a while. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Don't forget to, will I be doing a guided meditation for the full moon? Probably. Probably. I might pre-record one. Hey, Cheryl. What to do? What to do 220? What does that mean, Misty? Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. What do you mean, Misty? What to do 220? All right, so you guys hold on to those dates. October 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Oh, what's in the cup? Honey, that ain't nothing but iced coffee, so I can stay up all night. Because if I started sipping, honey, I'd be up underneath the bed. I can't be sipping right now. Oh, to fan. Okay. Yes. So anyway, I miss y'all too. Oh, birthday. I don't know what. I don't know. Okay. All right, guys. Let me let y'all go. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see you guys again. I'll be going live more often. My life is getting easier, okay? You guys, thank you for liking and subscribing. Don't forget to hit that bell button. Please share um, this channel with other people, and let them know we're here, okay? I will talk to all y'all soon. Whoa, Jem. Yeah, she's telling me it's time to go. I love y'all. Namaste. Bye, guys.